Waiting for others to join, guys. Yes, meanwhile, Amit, I'll explain this to you. So this scale up and scale out. This is scale up, left hand. Let me grab a pen. This is scale up. This is technical jargon, Amit. I hope you can see my screen and hear me out clearly, right?
Yes, right. Mhm.
Scale up is a technical jargon, and scale out, this is also a technical jargon. And the one which you're talking about, scale up and down, that is dictionary up and down. So even if these 5 are becoming 3, that is down. Even if 12 GB server is becoming 4 GB, it's down. 4 GB is becoming 12 GB, it's up. 2 servers are going becoming 4 servers, it is up. Did you get the difference? The scale up and
Mhm.
down, that is in dictionary term. So
Mhm.
that applies to both. The technical jargons which we will be using in the interview, it's scale up and scale out. Scale up is something where your server grows, it becomes bigger and bigger. 4 GB RAM से 8 GB RAM हो जाता है, 8 से 12 हो जाता है. Okay. And scale out is your number of server grow. From 1 to 2 servers, 2 to 3 servers, 3 to 4, 4 to 5. Is it clear to everyone? And what are the benchmark based on these servers will increase? I just explained. What could be the benchmarks of this growth? I mean, what can I select? What option do I have? I explained it in my answer.
Traffic.
What else? Traffic is fine. That is a
Mhm.
business term, technical term I'm looking for. Yes, guys. What was my answer for that VMSS? Yes, guys. What are the benchmark on which I can set up scale set or scale out? Okay, let's not waste time. We'll go and we'll start the practical and you'll get your answer. Okay, one question before that. Let's say that I have an application and I'm using virtual machine scale set. Okay, here's my one machine and I have a virtual machine scale set VMSS in place. Whatever the reason is, virtual machine's size is increasing or numbers are increasing. So if here number of traffic, as Amit said, number of traffic is increasing, okay, maybe 2, 3, 4. So one more machine, it will get created automatically. Okay, one more machine will get created automatically. But now, is it useful for me if I do not apply this with a load balancer? Is this concept useful for me? Because all my traffics are still going here. All my users are still going here. Though a machine is there, new machine has been created. But what's the use of it? Unless I start dividing the traffic. Are you guys getting the point? Guys, any confusion with this topic, please let me know. Important topic hai, you cannot go ahead without VMSS. You cannot skip it. It is not something like we can ignore.
No, it's clear.
Srishti, Sanmitra?
Yeah.
Okay. So without load balancer, VMSS in isolation, it's not at all useful thing for us. So what we do here, with combination of load balancer, we create this. So at the front, load balancer will be there. All requests will be hit to that load balancer. And behind the load balancer, like we have our backend servers. So instead of individual backend servers, now we have a VMSS. So that makes sense because all my traffic is coming here to this load balancer. And now based on the number of servers, it is being distributed. There was only one server. whatever criteria we have set, that we will see what are the criteria. Based on that criteria, number of server will increase and this traffic will also increase, and it will be distributed equally. Few requests will go here, few requests will go here, few requests will go here, few of them will go here, but that is all behind the load balancer. So the users, they will have only one IP, one name and everything. So it is seamless for them. Now the next question arises, how do you make sure that the data is same on all newly created machine? How would you do that? Because it is
Like
just a newly created machine, right? Is it useful for me if it doesn't have my website?
using a golden image.
Perfect. Yes, that's what we'll do. There are two methods in this one. If you remember, yesterday I was talking about there are two methods. So image one I have already shown. The next one I'll show today also. Today I will do the image and the other method also. Is it clear to everyone? Should I move ahead for practical? Anyone has any questions? Let me know. Yes, guys. Do you anyone has any question?
No.
Okay. So how to
No,
create virtual machine skill set? Go to portal, type here virtual machine skill set, and you will see this virtual machine skill set. You click here. Do you see any virtual machine skill set here? Do we have any virtual machine skill set? We
no.
don't have any virtual machine skill set. Okay. So let's create a virtual machine skill set. Let's see if it gives an option here. It is just searching for virtual machine skill set. Clicked on virtual machine. Let's see. For some reason, portal is working slow. Let me check if it is my internet speed issue or so I can switch the Wi-Fi if it is my internet issue. Okay, looks good to me. My internet looks good to me. I think portal is a bit slow.
Yes,
We
portal is
should
slow
get,
when I checked.
okay. Yeah. We should get an option here. I'll see. See, all these guys, everything keeps changing. Portal pick, there's nothing permanent. Last time when I created at the left hand side where I'm clicking here, at drop down, I was getting an option to create a virtual machine skill set. Now, where will we see the option to create a virtual machine skill set? Let me see. I think it's, see, and this is what it happens if you don't use portal for many days. You don't even uh, get the simplest option to create something. I just have to create a virtual machine skill set. I'm not even getting that. Here we have. So it was there, maybe just because of the portal loading, we were not seeing the create button. You come here, main page, search for VMSS or click on the icon if you see it in recent use. You get an option to create, you get an option to create. Click it anywhere. It's the same thing. You create there, you create, you click on that create, you click on this create. Select your subscriptions, select your region. Srishti, do you have, by the way, any resource group here? No, you don't. So let's use Kumail's resource group. Now we are giving a name to virtual machine scale set. Understand guys now how the naming convention works. Any name you can give here. Virtual machine scale set. Let's say this is PeopleSoft app. Something like this. VM. Okay. This is the name I have given. This is not virtual machine's name. This is virtual machine scale set's name. First thing I'll select region. Do I want zones? Do I want to go all machines in one zone or one machine in one zone, second machine in second zone, third machine in third zone? It's up to me. I can select that. So I'm selecting all three. I hope you're getting it right. When I say 3 zones, so what will happen? Whenever the first machine gets created, it will go in zone 1, second machine zone 2, third machine zone 3, fourth machine again zone 1, second machine. On what basis these machines are increasing? We are yet to see that. But are you getting the point? Zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, again zone 1,
Yes.
zone 2, zone 3. And if I select only zone 2 zones, then this will be distributed in 2 zones. So let's select only 2 zone maybe. That's enough for us. Uh, Orchestration mode, should it be uniform or flexible? You can read the definition. Normally we go with uniform, and no one has asked this question in interview, so I'm not explaining this in detail, and it is very self-explanatory. It is written here clearly. So when you do the practice, read this. What does it mean between uniform and flexible? में difference क्या है? We will go with the uniform one, but security type standard we are keeping. Here the image. If I select this one, Ubuntu or anything, this is the basic image I'm getting. There's nothing in this image. So is it useful for me that I create one skill set? Maybe on that I create my website and anything, and I put some criteria, and later on when machines are increasing, it will increase. It will be created a plain Ubuntu machine. It won't have my data, so it doesn't make any sense. So what do we do here? Like Amit said, we use our image, the one which we have created. So this is the image I have created. I'll be using the same image. Right? So every time when a next new machine will be created, the new machine will refer to this image. And this image has everything what I need. See, username and password will be same. Everything is there. Did you guys understand this concept?
Yes.
Okay. Click next. Okay, this is not required, guys. This is just one of the questions which was asked from a previous batch guy. I'm just creating it for my experiment. So, and then you don't have to do anything when it comes to disk. Network may, you know it, everything virtual network. Uh, Nick, if you want to create. Okay, now load balancer. You can create a load balancer here. Same thing, which we have already discussed this, guys, right? You can create a load balancer here, or you can create a load balancer later and attach a virtual machine scale set in a backend. In this, we have already seen that. So let's create a load balancer here. Are you getting the difference? What we did yesterday and what we are doing today? The difference? And this has nothing to do specifically with virtual machine skill set. Even with a virtual machine, you get to see this option where you can create a load balancer. So we are creating a load balancer here now. Okay. Yes, guys, I hope you understood this load
Yes.
balancer
Yes.
concept. See, it has already created your load balancer. It is backend pool. It has already created a backend pool. उस backend pool में इसको वो लगा देगा इस virtual machine scale set को. Now, initial instance. This is the scaling thing which we can discuss here, or we can configure it later also. But let's discuss here and we'll see the other page also. Now, initial instances. What does it mean? What do you understand by initial instance count? I'm creating a virtual machine scale set. This is what I'm planning to create. And it is asking initial instance count. What do you understand by that?
The very first time the scale set is created, it will create two base machines, right?
Exactly. So if I want to create a virtual machine scale set, how many machines I want at the beginning? Okay, this is not minimum, guys. It is just the beginning. So at the beginning, I want 2. It's okay. Okay. Then scaling. Manual, we can keep manual. What will happen manual में जैसे ही यहाँ पर आपको ये होगा ना 90% touch होगा या whatever parameter you have set that this server is not able to perform well, you will get an email or something, and then you will have to go to portal and just there is a plus button you get, click on that plus button and the one machine will be added, but that is manual effort. Let me show it to you first, the manual, and we'll again come back and do the custom settings also. We'll go ahead with manual. So this is scaling policy. Now scale in policy. Or do you want to see the manual first or custom first? You tell me, guys. Or did you understand the manual, by the way? What is manual?
Yes.
Okay. So let me show it to you custom. Manual, maybe we'll come back and do the manual. Manual is easiest one. Okay. So here at the beginning, there should be 2 instances. And now I am setting up the policies, right? I have been telling you guys, okay, take a traffic, I understand, but your computer doesn't understand the traffic. Okay, your computer require some concrete parameters. So that we are discussing now. What is the minimum number of instances? Initially, I want 2, but minimum I want 1. What is the maximum number of instances? Right? Maximum are 10. Now, this is the very important part. Scale out. On what basis it should scale out? So my parameter here, there are multiple parameters, okay, that we can see if we go to the portal page. Here we're getting a minimum parameters, but this is very useful and we are going to use this only. So CPU threshold. Now what am I saying? If the traffic comes and the CPU, it's not number of traffic, okay? Maybe one user is occupying 10 GB, or maybe 100 users are occupying only 1 GB. So it's not number of users. What am I saying here? The CPU utilization of this server, of this particular server, let me erase it, guys. I'll create a new one for you. It will be easier. Yeah. So what am I saying here now? The rule of virtual machine scale said that initially I want 2, minimum I want 1. So when I created that this one virtual machine scale set, I will get 2 servers with the similar website and everything. But later on, it realized that it's not required and minimum requirement is 1. There will be only 1. Now, what is the benchmark of scale out? Let's say the traffic is coming. CPU utilization is 30% now. It's okay. 40, it's okay. 50, it's okay. The moment it goes to 75% and above, it will create a new machine. Now, a machine or a set of machines that we can discuss here. Now, this 75% will be divided. Okay, so there's no 75% then. 75 is divided in 3. Are you guys getting it? Any confusion?
No.
Okay. So it will wait कि in सब पे 75% कब तक जाता है. If it crosses 75% in all these 3 machines also, then 2 more will be created. 2, 1 that we'll discuss. This is scale out. Is it clear?
Yes.
Now, where do I see the CPU utilization? Where can I see the CPU utilization? What do you understand by CPU utilization? I said, okay, fine, CPU utilization. Where can I see it manually? Computer will know it. You don't have to check it manually. I'm just asking you guys, what did you understand by CPU utilization? Where can I check the CPU utilization of my current computer, which I'm sharing with you guys, the laptop? Where can I see?
Task manager.
Sorry?
Task manager.
Yes, task manager. So I right click on task manager. Where? Here it is. This is my CPU utilization. So see how frequently it is changing. Can you see, guys? Just notice this thing. I'll explain it. Why am I talking about this? But this is something, this is the parameter we are using. What am I saying? On my server 1, if it goes beyond 75, then create another server or a couple of servers that we'll discuss later. But do you see how frequently it is changing? Let's say if my criteria here was 30%. So you see, it goes to 30, it goes to 40, suddenly it comes to 25, 21, 17. Does it make any sense to you? इतनी देर में तो एक मशीन बनेगा भी नहीं जितनी देर में ये कम हो चुका होगा. So now let's come back to the criteria. But I hope you understood this concept and you understood the CPU utilization parameter, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So here, what I'm saying, minimum is 1, maximum is 10. It should not happen कि ये बढ़ता ही जा रहा है. there has to be a limit, right? I can't have 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. If I can afford it, it's fine. But I'm saying no, there has to be a limit, because even if this is an order taking process, maybe order taking, my manpower is also a concern, right? That is also a key factor. I don't want these many orders कि जिसको मैं process भी नहीं कर पाऊँ. So there has to be a limit on service provider also, on servers also. So the limit is 10. Maximum 10. So after 10, if everyone has 75, still it will not increase, and it will not go beyond 1, lesser than 1, because that is the minimum. So are these two criteria clear? Minimum and maximum.
Yes.
Scale out, we just discussed. CPU threshold, if it goes beyond 75. But just now I showed it to you that it is very volatile. In a second it goes to 75, another fraction of second it goes to lower. So this is not going to work. Hence we have another criteria called duration, and that is a mandatory criteria. So now what am I saying? That if my CPU threshold goes above 75% and that stays like that for 10 minutes, understand to read this, guys. Okay, you have to explain this in your interview when you're talking about scale set. Then your answer will be an impressive answer, and it's not a rocket science, very simple. Okay, so what am I saying here is initially let's have 2 instances. Later on I need only 1. ये 1 किस base पे होगा, that we are going to discuss now. Okay, 2 से 1 क्यों हो रहा है, अपने आप कैसे हो जाएगा? Why would it done? Maximum I required is 10. The criteria is if my CPU utilization goes to 75% and if it stays there for 10 minutes. Okay, this is 10 minutes. Now what I'm going to do, guys, for practice purpose, and see, minimum value is 5 and maximum is 60. No one asks these questions to you, by the way, but you should know कि वहां पर एक minimum value है. It cannot happen to you right 1 minute. It won't happen. So usually live environment में 10 होता है, but for practice purpose here, अगर हम 10 minute रखेगा तो हम लोग CPU utilization बढ़ भी जाता है ना. So to see if the new server is getting created or not, I'll have to wait for 10 minutes, which we cannot afford here. So I'm keeping it 5 minutes. So coming back to here again, minimum 1, maximum 10, CPU utilization if it goes to 75% and that stays for 5 minutes, then number of instances to be increased by. This is the place where we can type that number. So how many number? Can I have 12 here, by the way? Guys, can I have 12 here?
Maximum is 10.
Perfect. Yes, that's what I was looking for. So maximum is 12. So a number has to be between 1 and 12. So I am saying every time it happens, let's increase it by 2. I don't want to take risk. Increase it by 2. Okay. Clear है यहाँ तक? Yes, guys, everyone, is it clear till
Yes.
here?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so it's clear till here. But हो गया, ठीक है, it is done. Half an hour के लिए काफी traffic आया था, it has been done. And now I'm running on 10 servers. Or now my traffic has gone back जहाँ पर एक ही server काम कर सकता है. So why am I paying unnecessary for 9 servers? So there has to be a mechanism to bring it down, to scale down, right? Which has been scaled out. It has to be scaled in or scaled down in dictionary wording. So for that, we have a criteria where I'm selecting that if CPU threshold goes beyond 50%, okay, then it should decrease. And it's not necessary. By the way, here we do not have that number. CPU threshold अगर 50 से नीचे हो जाता है and it stays for 5 minutes, and you don't have to declare here again like we have here. You don't have to declare it here. So if CPU threshold goes beyond below 50, so it should decrease. Either I can select the same number or I can select one. I want to be big, you know, extra vigilant about it. Okay, it's okay. I'm paying something extra, but that's fine. ऐसे नहीं होना चाहिए कि suddenly मैंने servers कम कर लिए and then again there is a spike. So whenever it is increasing, it should increase by 2. But whenever it is increasing, it should increase by 1. That is what I'm saying. Or I can have 2 also. It's completely up to you. Clear, guys? Is it clear till here?
Yeah.
Collect diagnosis log. It's very simple. You want to collect log, it's okay. Okay, now scale in policy. What is scale in? This is scale in. Scale in पे हमने ये तो कर दिया कि ठीक है 50% होगा तो 2 मशीन डिलीट कर देना, बट विच 2 machines? I have 10 machines here. Which 2 machines to be deleted? This machine, random 2 machines that you can select here. So in default, what happens? The balance across the availability zone and the fault domains. So this is very nicest option, guys. What it does, if I keep the default one, let's first discuss below 2 options. These are very simple, one liner. Newest, I hope you understand what is the newest का मतलब क्या होता है. If I select this, तो जो भी newest machine बना होगा ना, last machine, that will get deleted. If I select oldest, so जो भी पहला machine होगा, that will get deleted. Is it clear? Newest and oldest. Yes, guys, I hope it's clear, right? Newest and
Yeah.
oldest. Okay. But what is this option? This is very useful option, and most of the time we use this. What this says that it will not care about newest or oldest. What it will care about, the availability zone. That these machines, if this is an availability zone 1, this is an availability zone 3, this is an availability zone 1, this is on 2. Let's say that we have only 2 availability zones, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, again 1. So how many machines do I have now in availability zone 1? Sorry for the writing, guys. Let me write it again. This is availability zone 1. This is availability zone 2. I hope you got the concept of availability zone. I don't have to repeat that, right?
Yes.
Again, availability zone 1, availability zone 2. Why am I saying 1, 2? Because we only selected 2 availability zones, if you remember. And how many maximum availability zones can we select, guys?
3.
3.
Yes. So now looking at this one, how many machines do I have in availability zone 1?
6.
And how many in availability zone 2?
3.
इतना difference नहीं होना चाहिए, I guess 4.
4.
4, right? So by default, it will delete the machines from availability zone 1. It will start balancing. फर्स्ट वाले में क्या होता है ना, ओल्डेस्ट वन. सो ओल्डेस्ट में ऐसा हो सकता है कि आपकी सारी मशीन, न्यूएस्ट मशीन सारी अवेलेबिलिटी जोन 1 में है, ओल्डेस्ट अवेलेबिलिटी जोन 2 में है. और बिकॉज यू हैव सेलेक्टेड न्यूएस्ट एंड ओल्डेस्ट वाला फीचर, उसने न्यूएस्ट डिलीट कर दी. सो नाउ ऑल योर मशीन्स आर अवेलेबिलिटी जोन 1. एंड अनफॉर्चुनेटली सेम टाइम पे ऐसा कुछ हुआ कि वो अवेलेबिलिटी जोन 1 डाउन हो गया. Then you have nothing left for your application. That is the reason this is the best approach. Is it clear?
Okay.
So it tries to balance out the availability zone. So you will have maximum availability. I mean, at every given time, you will have something in some availability zone. Next is management. That's okay. Monitoring and everything. It's a different topic. Nothing related to VMSS or load balancer. So we are not discussing that. Okay, another option, guys. In case if I am not selecting image and if I'm selecting only one pure core server, then how will I do it? So this is the place. Here you can type your PowerShell script. A PowerShell script can consist everything from scratch. That the moment this machine starts, IIS server should get installed to it. This machine should restart. This machine should have this IP address. This machine should take the web page from GitHub. Well, everything, whatever I have done the manually, all those ports should be open. All these ports should be closed. Everything you can done using a PowerShell script, and that script can be pasted here. So this is the another method, custom data, pass a script or a configuration file. मतलब यहाँ से सब कुछ हो सकता है कि the moment a server is created, please connect this server to that database. Please get a web page from GitHub. यहाँ से web page आना चाहिए, यहाँ से ये होना चाहिए. These ports should be open. That port. I mean, as good as a new image. जो image की हम बात कर रहे हैं ना, same image will be created here. Is it clear, guys?
Yes.
So these are two methods, but creating image is the simplest one. So we go ahead with that one. Now let's create and quickly complete our practical. How many machines will I see now?
2.
Right. While these are creating, guys, please let me know if you have any questions.
ये सुहेल, ये AZ104 जो एग्जाम है, उसमें क्यूबरनेटिस वगैरह भी है ना, डॉकर क्यूबरनेटिस?
नहीं नहीं, बिल्कुल भी नहीं.
अच्छा.
That's completely, as of now, do not at all focus on Docker and Kubernetes. बिल्कुल भी कोई नहीं पूछता और काम में भी नहीं आता है. Ask Arbaz if you want. शक्ल भी नहीं देखी उसने अब तक डॉकर की और Kubernetes की और किसी चीज की. What he has been doing, creating VNets, creating subnets, VNet peering, कोई machine बना दो, कोई VMSS बना दो. Exactly what we are reading here, that's what he does there. Okay, so it is ready. Let's go to resource and check. See, availability zone 1 and 2. How many instances do we have? We have 2 instances. Can you see? You have 2 instances here. Now this is the public IP. If I go ahead and check, you guys can also check. I should see. Let it get created first. Now if I want to see the machines in this, where can I see? Who can quickly tell me? ठीक है, I can see there are 2 machines, but कहाँ है वो 2 machines? Where can I see? See, status 2 out of 2 succeeded. It's done. Yes,
Instances.
instances, correct. Here, we'll see. Now these are 2 machines I have. Now, if you guys remember, I did not give any number. The naming convention I was talking about. So this is how it works. I will just leave it till VM and it will start giving number. VM underscore 0 underscore 1. This will start happening. Scaling part, this is the one. जो हमने वहां से configure किया था. You can come anytime here and you can change it everything. यहाँ से, whatever we did it. Manual, see if this is the manual. कुछ नहीं, manual में बस यहाँ पे आके you have to type a number, make it 3, click on save. This is manual, the one which I was talking about. This is manual, guys. So the moment I've clicked on save now, you will see एक instance create हो जाएगा यहाँ पर. Takes time, ऐसा नहीं कि immediately होता है, but it will be done. That, can you see? See, it has started creating. I didn't do anything. But why would I do that? Maybe I will configure something कि एक email आया है, DL पे hit हो गया email कि this application is running out of service or running out of servers. Please increase it by 1. So your job or the support team's job, you just have to create the support team's job is to go there, go to scaling, change the number and do it. That's all. But I don't want that. So this is the custom which we have already discussed. In custom, we have already created it, right? कि इतना होना चाहिए. This should be the metrics and everything. You can add it. Scale in policy we discussed. And everything this you don't have to worry about. Run history ये सब हम फिलहाल नहीं देख रहे. So is it clear, guys? Till here? Custom
Yes.
manual तक समझ में आ गया?
Yes.
Okay. Scale based on metrics. Okay, there's one more method. We'll see that first and then we'll come back to this one. Okay, predictive auto scale. Let's not go to predictive. There is one more thing, guys, where we can do it based on time. I mean, we can schedule. It's just not necessary that all the time वो increase होगा, ये सब होगा तभी मैं करूँगा. Okay. Here it is. I got it. Scale to instance count. Instance count 3. Start date, end date, or repeat specified days. Now, can you give me an example? Why would I use this option? I mean, what kind of application is there where I can use this option? That I know that specifically at this time, I require maximum servers. I'm giving you a hint here in my time zone. Or you can give any application's name. It's not necessarily this application has to be there.
Stock market.
Yes, stock market is also a good option. What else? Railway, IRCTC, Tatkal, where you know there is a specific time that every day from 11 to whatever the format is, we can follow that. I think this is the format needed. Start time must be in 24 hours using the digits 0 to 9. Something like this, okay? I know that every day, 11 to 12 p.m. we have Tatkal thing, and that requires more machines. So this is what you can do. Or if it is a big billion day, okay, let's say it's not a repeated activity. If it is a repeated activity, you can select this. If Flipkart knows big billion day, Flipkart knows exactly that it is from example, dates are just example, 15 November to 18 November. This is the time. And here I want maybe 100 instances. You can do it from here. And you just have to save it. That's all you have to do it. Is it clear, guys?
Yes.
Now, the only pending thing we have here is to see the metrics which we created, but unfortunately, we do not have sufficient time. So let's do it in next session, maybe next weekend. That if a CPU usage increases, how an instance will increase here. That we will see next one. Manually, you saw already. Time wala, we already saw. The CPU usage, how to do that, we'll do that. It's a long practical. Maybe we are already ready with that, but we don't have much time to complete it. Okay? So let's do it next week. Meanwhile, start practicing, work on this, and do uh, some task here and there, and then you should come up with some questions. Okay, guys. Any questions
Okay.
do you have? We hardly have some time for questions, but if you have any, please feel free to ping me or call me.
Sure.
See you next week then.
Sure.
I'll upload the video.
Sure.
Yeah, bye.
Okay. Thank you, Sohail. Bye.